Attention passionate Baltimore Ravens fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Baltimore Ravens' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Baltimore Ravens fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Baltimore RAVENS fans. Let's get to the news all right. Ravens fans, hold on to your hats because the NFL rumor mill is buzzing with some serious talk that could reshape our team's offensive line in a way we haven't seen in years. It involves Quentin Nelson, the powerhouse guard from the Indianapolis Colts, potentially making his way to Baltimore. Now I know what you're thinking, Nelson. That's a game changer, and the whispers are getting louder. So let's break down what this could mean for us, the Ravens, and how it might impact our quest for another Super Bowl title. First off, let's talk about Nelson himself. This guy is a beast. Since entering the league, he's been a dominant force on the interior offensive line. At 29 years old, Nelson has built a reputation as one of the best guards in the NFL. His career stats are impressive, over 105 games played, with a PFF grade averaging around 89, which is elite. He's been a 6-time Pro Bowler and earned 3 All-Pro selections, all while allowing just 12 sacks over his career. That kind of consistency is rare, and what stands out even more is his ability to open up running lanes and protect the quarterback under pressure. His run-blocking grade sits at an almost perfect 85. 4, with a win rate of 92% in the interior line, making him an anchor for any offense. Now, why would the Ravens be interested in making such a move? Well, the Colts are 8-2 and have an offense that's firing on all cylinders, but they're also managing cap space carefully to extend key players. Indianapolis is reportedly open to trading Nelson for a third-round pick, which is a relatively modest price for a player of his caliber, especially considering how much he could immediately bolster our O-line. The Colts are also looking to free up cap room, about $25 million, to strengthen their secondary, which is currently giving up too many points, and they're ceding some of their veteran assets in favor of youth. Basically, they're in a position where they're willing to part with Nelson if the right deal comes along. For the Ravens, this is a golden opportunity. Our offensive line has been solid, but an upgrade like Nelson would be a huge boost. Imagine him anchoring the right side, providing a stalwart presence that can protect Lamar Jackson better and help our ground game thrive even more. His addition could cut our sack total significantly, projected from around 28 sacks allowed to just 18, an 8-sack improvement. That's huge when you consider how sacks impact our offensive efficiency and scoring. Plus, with Nelson on the line, our expected points added per run could increase by around 20%, which would push our average points per game over the 25-point mark, helping us stay competitive against the league's best. Let's not forget how Nelson's presence would influence our running game. With his strength and technique, he could help Lamar and the RBs create even more explosive plays. Right now, our rushing yards per carry hover around 5-1, but with Nelson opening those holes and reducing pressure, we could see that number creep up to 5-5 or higher. This would make our offense even more dynamic, especially in the AFC North, where physicality and ground control are vital. It would also help us counteract the loss of players like Majubuik, giving our defense more rest and our offense more opportunities to control the clock. From a strategic perspective, adding Nelson would elevate our line's overall stability. His PFF grade of 87. 2 for 2025, along with a low-pressure allowed rate of about 8%, shows he's a proven asset. His ability to support yards after contact, averaging around 5.2 yards, would also help our RBs break those longer runs, keeping the chains moving on third down. Speaking of third down, our conversion rate of about 42. 7% could see a jump to 50%, translating into more sustained drives, more points, and ultimately more wins. Now, what about the bigger picture? The NFL betting odds for the Super Bowl are already reflecting some optimism about the Ravens' chances. Currently, we're sitting at around plus 8,000, but with a move like this, some analysts believe we could see our odds improve to around plus 4,000. That's a huge boost, and it makes sense. Adding Nelson would give us a significant edge, especially against divisional rivals like the Steelers and Bengals. The Steelers' front is no joke, and having a player like Nelson as an X-factor in that matchup could be the difference between a tough loss and a big win. It's not just about the regular season. It's about positioning ourselves for a deep playoff run, and strengthening our offensive line is a proven way to do that. Of course, all of this hinges on cap space and the willingness of the Colts to trade. With about $5 million in cap room, the Ravens could feasibly absorb Nelson's contract, especially if we make some smart adjustments elsewhere. And considering how much Nelson could help stabilize our interior line and reduce sacks, it's a move worth exploring. It also gives Lamar Jackson more time and space to operate, which is crucial for our offense to reach its full potential. The ripple effect, better protection, more explosive plays, and a more balanced attack, exactly what we need to push us toward the Super Bowl. Now let's talk about the big picture for the season. The Ravens have been showing flashes of their potential, but consistency has been elusive at times. Adding a player like Nelson could be the final piece to solidify our front five and help us compete at the highest level. Our defense remains formidable, but a stronger offense takes some pressure off them, allowing them to play more aggressively. Lamar has been dynamic, but he's also been under duress at times, and that's where Nelson's presence would make a real difference. His ability to anchor the line, open up running lanes, and reduce sacks could elevate our entire team. Looking ahead to the playoffs, the AFC is stacked. Teams like the Chiefs, Bills, and Bengals are all formidable. But if the Ravens can improve our offensive line, we'd be better equipped to handle the postseason pressure. The playoffs are all about execution and minimizing mistakes, and a solid line is the foundation for that. Plus, with Nelson's experience and leadership, he'd bring a winning mindset to our locker room, inspiring our younger linemen and helping us stay focused in high-pressure situations. The speculation also points out that this move would be a strategic shift for the Ravens. Historically, we've built strong defenses and relied on Lamar's magic to carry us. But now, with the potential addition of Nelson, it's clear that we're aiming for a more balanced attack, one that can grind out tough games and dominate at the line of scrimmage. This kind of versatility is what separates good teams from great ones, and it's exactly what we need to take the next step towards Super Bowl glory. Of course, many fans are cautious, and rightly so. Trades of this magnitude always come with questions, injury concerns, how quickly Nelson can gel with the team, and whether the Colts will actually agree to part ways. But all signs point to this being a move that could have long-term benefits for the Ravens. Plus, considering Nelson's 0 serious injuries in 2025 and his ability to stay on the field for 100% of snaps, he's a reliable asset. That durability is crucial when you're talking about a player who will be tasked with protecting Lamar and opening up our running game. In conclusion, for us, the fans who have watched this team evolve, this is a potential game changer. Not just a splashy move, but a strategic upgrade that could solidify our offensive line, improve our ground game, and boost our chances of making a deep playoff run. The Ravens have always been about resilience, grit, and smart moves. Adding Nelson would be a perfect example of that philosophy. It's a bold move, but one that could pay huge dividends, positioning us as serious contenders in the AFC. The road to Super Bowl LX is never easy, but with the right moves, like bringing in a player of Nelson's caliber, the Ravens could be on the cusp of something special. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Baltimore Ravens news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Baltimore Ravens fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Ravens organization. Do you think Nelson is the missing piece? Are you confident we can make this happen? Whatever your thoughts, share them with us. And remember, I'll be back soon with even more updates and insights. So stay tuned, keep supporting the purple and black, and let's keep our eyes on that Super Bowl trophy. We're in this together, and I believe the best is yet to come for the Baltimore Ravens.